At this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 9 now. Right side, Claypool's got it. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his target, Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll toss to Harris. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive. Turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate? What's that?
Yeah, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Now a carry for Dobbins. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fighting off the defender. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw here. That's swung out wide to Harris. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Second and 15. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, here's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 5 now. Jackson. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return is Duvernay. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 152 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Jackson on 1st down. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 38 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. Flush to his right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down now, Dobbins. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. But he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, it's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.